Our first speaker today is someone we're really happy to have here. He's a strong Second Amendment advocate, a conservationist, and an avid outdoorsman. He's a lifelong hunter and fisherman, a gun owner. He strongly believes in the right to bear arms in defense of self, family, and property. He served in Congress for 12 years, constantly receiving A ratings from the National Rifle Association for his votes to defend our constitutional rights. Hopefully he will become our next senator and continue the fight for us. And I would like to introduce Mr. Rob Portman.
Dan, thanks very much. Look, this is the hardcore. Anybody who would come out in this weather for a picnic has got to really believe. So thank you for having me. It's great to see everybody, see some old friends here and meeting some new friends. That introduction is correct. I am a lifelong hunter. And the Second Amendment, by the way, is not just about hunting. It's an individual right. It's a specified right in the Constitution. And it's also, by the way, not a right that can be superseded by states' rights, because it's a federal right. So we all have it as individuals, whether we are hunters, whether we're target shooters, whether we just want to have firearms to protect ourselves and our family, whether we believe it's an important part of the balance in our Constitution. So, but I am a lifelong hunter, and I want to just relate one story to you, because I was talking to somebody else about this recently. I said, well, when did you start hunting? I said, well, I had no choice, because my father was a hunter, my grandfather was a hunter. I passed it along to my boys. And Portman family lore is my great-grandfather came over as a Swiss immigrant to Northeast Ohio, and at 85 years old they found him in a duck blind, and he had died of a heart attack, and he was by himself in the blind, and across his lap was a 12-gauge pump and a smile on his face. And, that's the, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's been told through the generations, and my father's words is true. That 12-gauge pump, by the way, I currently own, and so that's part of the tradition in my family and many of your families. It's a tradition that not everybody understands or shares, and I get that. But that's really not relevant to the Second Amendment, because the Second Amendment provides for, again, this individual specified right, whether you've grown up in that culture or not, and whether you're comfortable with it or not. And it's part of what our founders intended. So I thank you very much for your willingness to be here today on this rainy Saturday, to give your time and effort, not just to listen, but to be active, involved with Jeff, and with Dan, and with others, in being sure that that right is continued to be protected here in the state of Ohio. I'm running for the United States Senate. This is the seat that George Voinovich currently holds. I did represent Congress in Southwest Ohio in Congress for 12 years. I represented from basically downtown Cincinnati out to downtown Portsmouth, 7 counties, including Pike County, Sauter County, Adams County, Brown County, Claremont County, Warren County, Hamilton County. I am doing this because I love my country, and I think it's time for all of us to step forward. I've been out of public service for a couple years. I love being home. I love being home full-time. I always kept my home here and commuted. But I think with what's going on in Washington, it's time for all of us to step forward and to let our voices be heard and to stand up for what we believe in. I was walking in today and I saw somebody had a bumper sticker on his or her car, and it talked about Obama economics, and it said, the only change we're going to have left is what's in our pockets. And I'm afraid that's kind of where we're headed, and I'm really worried about it. And I hope that by taking my experience and my record, which is of a fiscal conservative and somebody who stands up for liberty and rights as we're talking about today, that I can make a difference for you, representing our great state, try to bring jobs back, get this economy going again in our great state of Ohio. Thank you very much for listening to me. Good luck to you.